I just wanted to hop on here. I'm recording these in segments, so forgive me if things are jumbled around a little bit. I always try to keep the show, light, informative, whatever you want to call it, but that's getting really tough these days. I wake up without a lot of direction or connection to anyone or anything, really. Going through life as just an empty vessel, not forming any kind of deep, I got a PlayStation 5! Everybody!
Drop a chicken!
Yes, everyone, I just couldn't hold out anymore. I went and got me a PlayStation 5. And I have to tell you, I don't know why I waited so long. This thing is absolutely amazing. And about as big as a school desk, but besides the point. I've spent a solid couple of weeks with this thing, whenever this episode comes out, and it is becoming my absolute go-to for all things entertainment. I've got the PlayStation Plus thing with all the games, I've put on all my streaming apps, just because it's outperforming every other piece of technology I have. Granted, I never really update anything, but besides the point. And there's no better way to celebrate the occasion than by going over the pack-in title, Astro's Playroom. Visually? I mean, what can I say? This is amazing. Everything is sharp, smooth, bright, colorful. There are shadows and details, words, sentence fragments, even down to the tiniest details, like kicking around the little props and stage decorations. All the kind of stuff that would either just disappear or wouldn't move on previous consoles. Damn it, it's great. Hell, I thought I would have to upgrade my TV to the Super 4K and or 8K stuff, wherever the hell we're at with that, but even on my HD 1080i or P or whatever, it still looks great here. So the game itself. So you have this main hub world, and you have 4 levels, each with 4 stages. Based on the features of the system, like, the memory, the GPU, the freaking cooling system. Although the weird thing is, it really doesn't explain what those features do. It's basically a better name than just calling something the jungle level. The level designs themselves are fun, most are pretty linear, but with enough hidden nooks and crannies to explore around for coins, secrets, and references and whatnot. The gameplay itself is pretty standard current day platformer. You run around exploring the level, beating up some bad guys, along with some very light puzzle solving for the collectibles. But the most fun thing about this game is using the brand new DualShock controller. God damn, this thing is amazing. It adds a little bit of meat to the PlayStation 4 controller, so it will feel comfier for bigger hands. But the technology they packed in is a huge jump. The best way I can describe it, the controller itself has the rumble feature, and then the trigger buttons have their own rumble that put on just a little bit of resistance to pulling the triggers. It's so weird to describe, and I'm not doing it justice, but trust me, it's an amazing feature. The only thing that I wasn't a fan of was how many parts of the stages used the motion feature of the controller. To be completely honest, these were my least favorite parts of the stages when it started to blend the features together. I understand it's how they could show everything that the controller could do, but my dense monkey brain struggles with doing 2 things at once. There's a lot of controller tilting and using the shoulder buttons at the same time. In about every 3rd attempt, I would forget about the controller moving part and revert back to just the buttons. Exploring around and jumping around levels as Astro, the main hero bot you play as, completely fine. Astro jumping into a monkey suit for climbing stages, I can take it or leave it. Now, in theory, this is a showcase game, which means you shouldn't be hanging around for too long, even on full completion runs. You have 16 stages, each with 4 puzzle pieces and 2 collectibles. These range from breaking blocks in front of a secret route to preschoolers' TV show difficulty level, where it's hidden slightly to the left.
Okay, kids, we're gonna play
Where's the cheat? All right, dumb children. Find the cheat. No, he's behind the box. No, look, he's not even behind the box. He's barely obscured by the box. Look, the cheat is behind the freaking box! He's behind the box! I'll kill you! I'll kill all of your dogs!
The puzzle pieces are for a collage, covering the lifespan of the entire PlayStation history, but the collectibles are way cooler. These are pieces of hardware history for each of the PlayStation consoles. It's such a weird joy response, exploring through a level and then finding a treasure chest that has a PlayStation mouse in it, or a PSP GPS device. And then seeing in the final room that has all of the collectibles together in like this kind of an enlarged state where you can jump all over them like it's a Disney theme park playground. Damn it, that hits the nostalgia buttons the right way. There's also a speedrun thing after you beat the stages, but who cares? One of my favorite little details are all the little robots throughout the stages. These little guys were introduced in the Playroom, which was the pack-in title with the PS3 camera, and you could play little games with them, same thing with the PSVR. They're basically corporate shills for Sony Interactive Entertainment, but they seem cool. The levels are loaded with these guys. They kind of play around at whatever the biome you're in, but who you'll find the most is the cameraman. When you see this guy with a cool blue hat, he is usually filming a reenactment of a PlayStation game. You'll be exploring around a level and you'll find, Dante Bot from Devil May Cry, or Chris Bot and Claire Bot from Resident Evil 2. Put it like this, whenever anyone puts in a Vib Ribbon reference in their product, I want to be their best friend. Now, there's no trophy or anything tied to finding all these guys, this one's just for fun, but it does do the history of the company justice. Overall, Astro's Playroom is a fantastic showcase title for the PS5. I will even claim it does a better job of showing off what a console can do better than Wii Sports. Yeah, I said it. It should only take you a couple of hours to get through everything, see all the sights, get all the prizes, etc, etc. It doesn't quite feel fair to give the free stuff such a high rating, but it does its job perfectly for what the company needed to show off what the new hardware could do. I'm going to give Astro's Playroom an 8 out of 10.